The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler, February 27th, St. John of Gorze. The father of Jean de Gorze was already well advanced in years when his son was born, in Vandieres, near Pont-à-Mousson. He lived long enough to give him a good education in the schools of Metz and Saint-Mihiel, but not to see him come of age. The young man had to take charge of managing the family property, and thus came into contact with many statesmen and churchmen. He was entrusted with the benefices of Vandieres and Saint-Laurent in the little village of Fontenoy, where Jean worked hard to beautify these churches, especially that of Saint-Laurent. There he spent whole days in prayer when business gave him a break. The world did not cease to attract him, but a priest who professed great devotion to the divine office and a deacon, named Bernier, exercised great influence on him. The church and the monastery of his possessions depended on the convent of the Sisters of St. Peter of Metz, where John often went to assist at Mass. Seeing the austerities practiced by these nuns and those who were under their care, he realized the luxury and comfort in which he lived. From then on, he devoted himself more and more to spiritual things. It is said that he learned by heart the whole Bible, and that he came to know very thoroughly the comes, the penitentials, the canons of canon law, the homilies of the Holy Fathers, and the lives of the saints, to the extent that he could recite them at a stretch, as if he were reading a book. A pilgrimage to Rome brought him in contact with several men of God who helped him to advance in the spiritual life. On the same trip, he visited Monte Organo, Monte Cassino, and Vesuvius. On his return to Lorraine, he became close friends with Archdeacon Inold of Toul, whom he persuaded to renounce his possessions and accompany him on another pilgrimage to Rome. But Adalborn, Archdeacon of Metz, intervened, and the two friends decided to enter the Abbey of Gorze, which had only a few monks, in the year 933. Their presence in the monastery rejuvenated its life. Inold was soon appointed abbot and John prior. The austerities that John began to practice forced his superior to moderate him. Emperor Otto asked for 2 monks to be sent as ambassadors to the court of the Caliph Abd of Cordoba. John was chosen as head of the embassy, and the courage and prudence with which he carried out his mission won him the admiration of the Caliph himself. On his return, he was elected Abbot of Gorze in 960, and the reforms he introduced were soon adopted by other Benedictine monasteries in Upper Lorraine. These reforms consisted mainly of an increase in bodily austerities, like those introduced by another contemporary of John, St. Gerard of Brone. It is difficult to determine whether John should be considered a saint or a blessed. Bollandists call him blessed, but he is generally known as St. John of Gorze.